I know what I know about the guests because I was one of the guests, but I wasn't here. I get to see what they're working with, right? Some of them don't even have shoes, right? Or their stuff is so bad that it deteriorated, whatever. They don't have no place to get clothes, and they wear their clothes for as many days as they can, and they kind of feel funny because they go in places to eat or something like that. It really makes them feel bad.
It's the pics when it gets stuck in the rain, got the wet clothes on, and then they dry up, they smell, and then if you got in a bad situation like you're homeless and got wet clothes on, they start stinking and people talk about you because they ain't been in that situation. Until they get in that situation, they won't think it's funny or won't laugh at you. When I see somebody homeless, I look them in the eye, I look at myself. The past of being out here, so I know what it's like to be out here. That's why I wouldn't laugh at nobody when they homeless or they smelling or they got dirty clothes. Because I was already in that position, that's how I know what it's like.
I started coming to Broad Street about 6 years ago, and I kind of took over, so to speak, the clothing closet about 5 years ago. And when I came in, the clothes themselves weren't organized, and I remember grabbing a shirt out for a guest, and it had a hole in it, and I was actually embarrassed to kind of offer that to a guest. Sometimes there's a perception of people that don't have anything, that they will take anything. And that's really the complete opposite. Our guests, they might get a pair of jeans, a hoodie, and a pair of sneakers, and they're gonna wear that 24 hours a day for 2, 3, 4 weeks. And so they really need better clothes than you or I would have.
There was one woman who came in and she was very heavy and she was sick and her feet were just tragic, just in such a bad shape. And I have bad feet too, so I can really appreciate that. And we were able to find her a pair of sneakers that was big enough because her feet were swollen and they actually made her feet feel good. So that was really nice.
Most other places don't have clothes, and then when they do have clothes, it be warped. I have an odor to it. At least these clothes be clean and you can wash them and you can wear them. It's more presentable if you got a job or don't have a job, and make you more presentable while you're out there.
We only put things into this closet that we would wear. So we don't put things that are stained, that are ripped, that have holes in them or anything like that, that smell, anything. Everything in here, I would challenge you to go through and pick out a shirt.
You have no idea what their taste is. And so I've gotten caught on that a few times where one gentleman came in and I was trying to help him with a shirt it wasn't for an interview or anything, just a shirt. And I kept showing him all these really, what I thought were nice shirts. And he told me I had super bad taste. So I try not to put my taste on other people anymore.
A lot of our guests, we have return customers. Some come because they need something, but others come because they need that. They need that personal interaction. They need that time of feeling special. And we keep a list. If a guest comes in and they don't see the size 11 sneakers, then I'll keep a list, and when one comes in, we'll get it for them.
Broad Street is interesting in that it is one of the few service organizations that the focus is really, really on hospitality. There's a real emphasis on that kind of personal shopper element where you're having a conversation with another human being who's looking at you as a human being, and you get to experience a few minutes of genuine relational interaction and get some clothes at the end.
I have a story, and it's the same story that you hear when you come in. But I took the kindness of the people from Broad Street when they hired me, and the people I've met while here, that shows that this stuff can work. And so my thing is that I try to say I'm living proof.
I love this place. I'm fairly certain that I get way more out of being here than I give. I have a saying on my refrigerator that's, I forget who said it, but it says something about getting lost in giving to others or something like that. And that's what happens here. You're having like a really bad day or your back hurts or whatever it is, and you come into here and you just start helping, and 2 or 3 hours later you're like, totally forgot about that for a few hours.
I just love coming here. It's my favorite day of the week because I just meet so many interesting people. The volunteers, they come from everywhere, all walks of life, men, women. Some people that I call children because they could be my children. It's just great, and I love meeting the guests. I just think that if I were in their shoes, I would want to come here. And so a lot of times if I'm giving something to someone on the street, I'll say, go to the big church on Broad Street.